LCS week 1 day 2 Flyquest versus Optic. So pretty standard draft in terms of bans and one pick. All the OPs are gone. They take Irelia, that's the only one left. Sejuani's still in the game and they don't opt for the Sejuani. They go for the Kha'Zix into the Camille. They take Camille again for Dardoch. Rakan 1-2, pretty standard. Take the Lissandra blind. I think Flyquest, they're going to be doing this a lot, going for like Galio, Lissandra. And then they take Alorum, Sion for Alorum. Ban out Alistar TK for the Rakan, really standard. Ban out Syndra. They know the Lissandra's mid lane, so they don't want to go against Syndra. And Xayah for Xayah Rakan. They go for the Zoe into the Lissandra. So all this is really standard. The Kaisa Ornn, I do need to see more Ornn into Rakan. I'm not sure. I mean, it sounds like a pretty decent lane, but I need to see more of it. And then Optic take Sivir. So Sivir is probably pretty good at the Ornn as well. Alright, so I'm looking for Optic controlling the early game with Camille. If they can get vision around River early and have the Zoe perma push into Lissandra, I think Flyquest is going to have a pretty tough time in the early game. But it also depends on these side lanes. Like I said, I'm not too sure how the bot lane is going to go. And top lane is... Irelia can kill the Sion. But it's unlikely if the Sion plays well. So that's red start for both junglers. Camille definitely is looking to take the crabs this game. He just does buff buff, crab. Oh, that was a mistake. Buff buff, crab, and so is he crossing for top crab? Yeah. And Kha'Zix full cleared bot side, but he is level 3. So I'm also curious if they fight this one. Zoe has first push. Alright, they see him leave. So double crab for Camille, that feels pretty nice. Oh, that wasn't even close. What? Interesting. So I'm kind of upset that happened just because, well, not only was that a mistake, but I want to see how this matchup actually goes. And that's kind of a worthless step. And now the Sivir bases, yeah, he already has Greaves. He might just have control of this lane now. So I don't get to see how it actually plays out. Alright, let's pay attention to vision as well. Because yesterday, Optic, they had a pretty good early game, but they didn't get the best vision. So I want to see if their vision kind of improves. And then same with Flyquest. Flyquest drafted 3 losing lanes yesterday, and they were kind of on the back foot. And then they punished mistakes, got back in the game, or took control of the game. But even when they had control, they didn't get the best vision. They kind of just punished enemy mistakes, sat back, and yeah, it's nice to see that they can do that. But the mark of a good team is a team that can get the vision once they have an advantage. And it does look like they have 3 lanes that are pushed in right now. The Irelia is controlling this lane, so this top lane isn't exactly giving push. He's just using the wave. And Optic go for the first dragon. Alright, no flash on Ornn now. I like the turn. Early dragons do kind of do a lot of damage, so it's risky if you stay on and they know you're on it. And Optic is getting rid of this vision. So Lissandra push. Crown CSing. The Sion didn't really die yet, so I'm expecting the Sion to be fine in lane. He does have this window when Irelia is level 6, where Irelia can all in if he messes up, but Soon the Scion's just going to be too tanky to all in because it takes too long. You don't know where Camille is. You don't know the status on the rest of the lanes. So if Irelia all ins for too long, he can get punished for it. Centaur not having too much impact yet. That's kind of expected with the Kazakhs. Wait, they saw them on Dragon, right? Irelia's coming down. So the call is to fight it. He's just going way too early. Like, look at all of Flyquest mobilizing. The calls, obviously. They're on Dragon. We can fight this. We can fight this. Irelia first move. Scion, no TP. But Ornn kind of just kills himself. So, that seems like a communication error. Or maybe the communication was there and that's a player error. Not too sure, but you can't really have that because now the Irelia wasted his time. He gave up top push. Scion now has first move when both top laners have no TP, so he can get rid of vision. He can do what he wants. So Flyquest lost a lot of tempo to go for that play. Belter survives because they don't know where Kha'Zix is. Oh, they see Kha'Zix. They die top. And Flyquest is just kind of falling apart here. Almost solo killed mid. Gank top. Kha'Zix almost dies in his jungle. So Optic has full control of this early game. I want to see a clean snowball. It would be nice to have a not 3 item 80 carry spike champion, but I think it still snowball this pretty well. They go for the Rift Herald. This is nice. Now you want to see the Rift Herald go for mid if possible, but if not, it's fine. You just want to get 2 to 3 plates. You automatically get 2 plates, and if you can get more, it's really good. So I want to see how Flyquest kind of combat this control, because they really have no control this game. It's kind of similar early game to the Golden Guardians game where they're kind of losing plates on all their turrets. And all Optic need to do is track the Kha'Zix. Make sure their laners just keep getting these turrets. And now that you have a Rift Herald, the Kha'Zix can't really just randomly show. Because say Kha'Zix shows bot lane, then he can just spawn Rift Herald top, spawn it mid. Okay, we got some action. So Rakan's here. Ornn has first move from bot lane. Or Ornn can move from bot lane. He just doesn't respect the Kha'Zix. And Ornn being so far away doesn't matter too much because of his ulti. So that's a good pickup. This is really going to help out Flyquest early game. And Viper got it too. It does feel nicer to use Rift Herald when plates are in the game, just because you get so much more gold. So now I really want to see it used for mid lane. Pobalter's getting really... Okay, there's the Rift Herald mid. What I like about this play is look at bot lane. Optic has first push. The plan is to use Rift Herald, and they have the chunk mid, their bot lane's rotating. This is a turret for sure. Alorm came as well. Oh, they don't have to fight. Don't fight, don't fight. Oh, what's JJ doing? If you're Optic, yeah, it's nice that they mess up and you can get it engaged, but you got your turret, you sacrifice a lot of tempo for that. If this doesn't go well, like look at your positioning on the map. You need to push out waves. They do get the kill on Ornn, so that's pretty decent. But that seems like a misposition by the Ornn. Okay, so Flyquest still has very little control this game. They're on the defensive. They have a lot of CC. Kha'Zix is almost level 11. They do have the Ocean. So both the dragons are very good for these teams. Optic has control. They're going to have control around the Baron area. The Earth Dragon's pretty nice. And then Ocean for Zoe is really good too. So Cyan has first move top. Now Irelia is pushing, so now Cyan has to catch the wave. Zoe has first move mid, so they can pressure this a lot, get rid of all this vision. This is really good. Now Zoe has to catch mid, Cyan can move. Silver Recon basing. So I wonder, they're just going to put them top, okay. Cyan's already bottom. This is fast lane assignments, I always like that. You don't have anyone lagging behind, they're not missing any waves. Cyan's bottom, Sivir top. Zoe usually wants to stay mid. Usually having Zoe and Sivir on the same team is awkward because both laners want to be mid lane. So usually when you swap, I guess the Rakan needed to protect the Sivir, but usually you want your jungler and support to be together. And then they can all get vision together. I guess they thought that he was safe and they were going to meet up topside. But I definitely would rather see them make... When you swap into somewhere you don't have control, you need to be together to be safe, obviously. And I just think they actually didn't think they were in danger there. But it's way better if the Rakan, like say Sivir can push that wave by himself. Or if he's scared, then he kind of needs to sit back a little bit. And they can't do both. But yeah, they need to be together, get rid of this vision. They'll probably get it anyway once the lanes and the waves start doing work. Camille should head topside. So yeah, now he's sweeping. He realizes they don't have control. Cyan heading off blue buff. So Sivir's hit is 2 items. Kaisa 1.5. The Sivir really wants 3 items to get online. Is that blind? What? Okay. So that's a really nice pick. They could use this to push out waves for sure. Sion did just sacrifice a lot moving there. Irelia has first move now. They do get top turret out of that pick. So this is nice. I do want to see them start using this Baron to force Flyquest into uncomfortable situations. They have the Zoe. They have an Earth Dragon. Wow, so Flyquest did this against Golden Guardians too. They deep warded. This is exactly the same play, to be honest. The Galio TP'd up top. This time it's the Irelia. Two for one. I like the look. The fact that Flyquest has gotten 2 of these in 2 games means they are keeping in mind their wards. They are setting this up. Also, that ward in lane is like clearly a TP ward. It doesn't really provide anything besides being a TP ward. So that definitely is something, if you play against Flyquest, you need to keep in mind. They've had 2 of these plays in 2 days. They're setting up these TP wards. They have these hard engage comps. Yesterday they had what? Alistar, Galio. I forget. They had a lot of engage. Camille? I think they had Camille as well. And this time they have Ornn, Lissandra, Irelia. They're definitely going hard engage in these games. They have really good TP wards, setting up these plays. I do worry a little bit about their early game and their vision, but their team fighting and ability to set up good fights is what's making them do really well in these games. And they recognize what the enemy can do. Optic are still in a good spot though. I still want to see them abuse Zoe. I need to push out top. Sivir's mid. Rakan's mid. Camille's basing. So they have to wait for Camille now. Oh, this is actually pretty. So the thing that's bad for Optic right now is they don't have TPs up on the top laners, but Pobelter does have TP. So now Sion, every single wave, once he clears a wave, he has to hover immediately and then wait to catch the next wave. Because his team is so unsafe right now. Kai'Sa has the 2 item power spike, 3 stopwatch. So Flyquest, they are looking for winning this next team fight for sure with this triple stopwatch buy. A lot of utility. Yeah, this turret's definitely gonna fall soon. Like Alorum, he has to hover every single wave if Optic want to stay proactive in this game. The double oceans are really nice. Oran's gonna heal up with the double ocean. Blue buff counter. So probably not much is gonna happen until Sion TP is back up. Alright, so let's look at waves. Because Sion's bottom, no one's bot lane for Flyquest. You know they can get control now. They really is heading bottom now though, so now they can't. It's not their window. They're still going in anyway. They're afraid that Optic's on Baron. The W misses. They see the Sivir now. Okay. So this is nice by Flyquest. They're using their window. Top lane is neutral. Actually, it seems like that's pushing in. Sion's bot lane, Irelia is here, so they're going for something. 1 for 1. I feel like Irelia is going to have to be playing these fights really defensively. He's kind of the only target that's worth going for Optic, like the first target. Since like it's an Ornn, Kai'Sa, Kha'Zix, Lissandra, you're not really killing any of them unless they're locked up. So almost always, unless it's a really clean engage, they're going to be hitting the Irelia. So 1 for 1, not bad. They got Sion TP again. That's really important. Irelia can now push out bot lane. As long as Optic doesn't get a really good setup soon. Alright, they go for turtle. Oh, that's a double TP. So once again, Flyquest doing really well with their TPs. Wow, they get demolished. So Viper, really good TP earlier. That time was double TP. Yeah, it's a really nice fight. And you can tell that the comms, like at first, they're fighting with the Irelia. But Pobelter's calling, he has Sivir, and then everyone turns left. This is really hard for Zoe. Okay, they back out. So Flyquest now has a lead. This game should feel pretty good for them. They don't have any turrets yet, so it is hard to get some map control since Optic, even though they're behind now, they have the mid turret down. They're probably still going to have pretty good vision control this game around Baron, just because the line of scrimmage is still Optic favored. So they hard engage again. It's kind of just turning into an ARAM, isn't it? Go on the Kha'Zix, he gets out. Oh, this is when Kai'Sa is really going to shred through the front line. Let's look at the Sion positioning this fight, because this is when team fights get a little tricky and it gets hard to play these tanks. So Sion's running in. He goes straight on the back line. The rest of the team is on the Kha'Zix and Irelia. So like I said, the Irelia really is the first target, and Sion doesn't really need to tank whoever's in front. So I think it's G2 ran a comp with Jace Zoe. When you run these comps with Zoe, you really want to hit the target in front and you don't want to take unnecessary damage. So when Sion ulti's in here, it's going really, really deep. Imagine if he ultis the Kha'Zix and then he peels back with the team, because once he's this deep, he's automatically dead. The Kai'Sa's gonna shred him. It's just really important when you're playing these tanks to understand your positioning, understand what you need to do in a fight. Because until Sivir, Sivir does have 3 items. But yeah, still, the Irelia, Kha'Zix, and Lissandra are gonna stall so much time that if you just dive in the backline against the Kai'Sa by yourself, you're probably just gonna die before your team can deal out enough damage on the Irelia. Alright, the teams aren't really playing side lanes anymore, so not too much with that. Oh, that's a nice pick. So they get the Irelia. I wonder if they try to turn this into a Baron. It is tough. Irelia had no TP. They use Sivir Rakan ulti and Camille ulti, so probably not. You can't really turn very easily. Oh, that ward. Alright, so they're going for a pick. So smart decision. Nothing ends up happening. Flyquest should still feel really good about this game. They got their items. Kha'Zix is level 16. That guy's a monster. Irelia is really strong. He has his triple items. Oh, and Ornn could start upgrading his items too. So you have the upgraded Zanyas, upgraded Redemption? Yeah, upgraded Redemption. So this is a good look by Optic. They see the Lissandra top. The Sion's not here, but it is 4v3 at most. Now the Lissandra's coming, so they're in a timer for this play. Turtle gets out. Oh, this is going to be bad. You need to be able to get one of them, though. Like, the Sivir got 1 auto attack in that engage. Zoe didn't cast a single spell until there. So that was way too far. As soon as you burn sums, you need to get out for sure. But it might be too late. I do see what Optic was doing there. They saw Lissandra. They're kind of not pressuring the side lanes, so now they need to look for a pick or else they lose full control. But that really wasn't close. They could not kill the Ornn or the Kai'Sa. And Camille's... So Dardoch's not even going for this deal here. This should be an end for Flyquest. They have Baron. The team fights are going to be a lot easier for them now. Since they have their items, they have their levels. Irelia Kha'Zix just scales so well with levels. Same with Ornn. This whole team pretty much. And this is good. They're baroning up the wave. There's a dancer on Dragon. Optic are going to have to respond to that or give up control. So they give up control. This is nice. Good to see a team playing mid-wave well. Alright, so push up mid. Optic's going through mid. So Optic's doing what you need to do. I've gone over this in previous VODs. When you don't have control, you have to go through mid lane. Once the GAs come through, it's so hard. They have the GA on Irelia, GA on Kha'Zix. Those are the first two targets for sure. And like it seems like a pretty good engage too. Like the counter engage on Irelia, did he do any damage? I don't think so. Here comes the Kha'Zix. Yeah, it's over. So Optic had a lot of early control this game. It did seem hard to snowball and hard to finish. Flyquest got good TP wards. They punished them twice with the TPs. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with Flyquest's ability to punish mistakes, but like I said, they need to have a game where they're in control and can be the proactive team and not punishing mistakes, because when you play against the better teams, it is really hard to give up control. Holy crap, what is that horn? But yeah, pretty well played. I do want to see Optic's normal roster next week. And congrats Flyquest there 2-0.